I directed and co-wrote the film The Mountain. I think what surprised me most about the wonderful young audience was their energy. I'm so interested in hearing, I believe that there is a particular way that they have been taught to watch and engage with a film, and their energy was very, very high throughout the entire screening. I only stayed for the beginning of the film and the end of the film. And they were very vocal the whole way through, which was delightful and refreshing, and also new to me. But I really enjoyed watching them watching the film, and their questions afterward were very specific, as if they had a very deep understanding of the film. They asked really good questions, particularly about what they wanted to know what I why I wanted to make the film, and what did it mean for me personally. And I thought that was a very generous question. And they also commented on what they felt the film was about, which was also spot on. My belief is that when you watch a film, it's however you react, whatever your response is, whatever you felt the film was about, then that's the right answer. You know, there's no pretensions at this festival. It doesn't feel like there's any pretentious people or pretentious kind of behavior where people are sort of snooty and really consider themselves to be great, superior film critics or something like that. The kids here bring such an atmosphere of pure joy and excitement and energy, and it's truly a delight to be around. So I've been an acting coach on many films, working particularly with young actors of the same age. So I really understood that uh, it was really important to have an acting coach on my film, and I had a brilliant young actor and director um, who really engaged with the kids all the time. So when you're directing, you know, you're busy doing many other things, particularly in between shooting the scenes, and you don't get to spend nearly as much time as you'd like rehearsing. So I had her at all times with them, and they felt safe and looked after and cared for, and they always knew what the scene was about whenever they came onto set. They were ready and rearing to go. So that was really great. The way we communicated during the filming was we had a lot of fun. It was really important to me that we kept it playful, and we played a lot of games in between. Um, but we also, you know, made sure that we got into the right emotional space. Sometimes for the sadder parts of the film, we really talked that through as a team. And I had myself and two other uh, younger actors who were working on the film as well. We would sometimes do a scene for the kids, so that they could see how much we were committed to the emotions that you needed to go through the film. So they're really very much like the actors, the protagonists in our film are very much like the characters. The only person who's different really to their character is Elizabeth, who plays Sam. She's much more playful and kind, and you know, when she was fighting and being very in charge of the other two characters, that's not something that comes naturally to her. So you know, that took a lot of trust, I think, between the three of them as actors. But they were best friends. They became best friends really, I suppose, at about the midpoint of shooting, and that they are still in touch now. They've grown a lot, so they're quite different now, but they keep in touch, and there will always be love that they have for each other forever. So I think really one of the big themes of the film is how we as Indigenous people relate to mountains. So we see our mountains as ancestors. And so in many ways, there is one character really who doesn't see that this ancestor, Taranaki, is human until the end of the film. Really, it's his decision, Mallory's decision, to finally understand what the other two characters are going through, which brings everything together. And finally, Taranaki reveals themselves and takes away the cloak of the clouds so that the kids can see that our ancestor Taranaki is communicating with them. So perhaps Taranaki isn't a human as such, but they are a living being. So in that way, I think this ties into becoming human. What is human? But something that is living, that is a living being, and I think these three characters are able to really recognize the humanity in these beliefs, these Indigenous beliefs, the humanity in each other when it comes to kindness and looking after each other. So I really wanted this film to inspire our young people to engage in our environment as a living being. So I really wanted us. I'd love us to, as a globally, to recognize that these Indigenous beliefs, that our environment are our ancestors and are our relations, and it should be something that we share in order to really commit to the survival of our planet and of us. If we can start to care for the world in the same way that we care for each other, then I think we have a really good chance of preserving all of the beautiful gifts that nature has to offer. Kia ora, Jifoni. Thank you so much for having our film